What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Upcoming Mods for Fallout 4. The series where I show you guys currently work in progress mods by different mod authors in the community. You can find links to everything I'm showing you down below in the description, right under the like and subscribe button if you are interested. Yeah, a lot of you guys were saying those intros were dragging on, so I decided to speed it up a little bit for you. And to be clear, so I get the recognition I deserve. That was not editing. I actually spoke. That was just me speaking. But I guess now that we got all that out of the way, we could just jump into the normal video. First and foremost, we have what looks like a pretty cool mod coming from SHADOWLIGER. That with the NCR Desert Raisin. Did I just say Desert Raisin? This is literally like my 6th take on this intro. I don't know what's wrong with me today. The NCR Desert Raven Armor by SHADOWLIGER. SHADOWLIGER is a mod author that's actually made quite a few exciting things over the past few months, most recently with the Synthful Trader Cyberpunk outfit that I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed. I actually don't know that. I just assume maybe some of you liked it. So this is actually pretty cool. He basically was saying in his post on Nexus that a lot of people really liked the NCR Veteran Ranger armor, or what he's calling the Black Combat armor. A little bit off on the name, but you know what? The effort was there. And what he was saying was, rather than just recreating that same armor again, like many other people have done, he actually wanted to do something a bit different, and thus the NCR Desert Raisin armor was born. It's obviously going to be heavily inspired by the NCR Veteran Ranger armor, but with its own take on it, his own little twist. And I like that. I like the creative. It looks pretty cool. Definitely looks like something that a lot of people enjoy using, whether you like the NCR or just like new armor mods for Fallout 4, and I'm excited to see when it's going to get released. Then we have the Loner Pack, which is an interesting name for an armor pack. Either way, it's going to feature the armor made in the background, and it's actually going to be created by NCR Ranger 5X. You guys may remember this mod author from his Dread Helmet pack that came out quite a few weeks ago. That was a really cool pack, and I'm excited to see what he does with this one. He's not been making too many mods over the past few weeks, but with this image, he kind of talks about how he's getting back into it. As far as features for this go, he does mention how there's going to be further color customization options, and I imagine maybe a few other tweaks to the vest with some of those different colors. I like it though. I think it's going to be one of those things that's going to mesh well with pretty much whatever you're using because of how kind of standard this one's looking, and I think it'll be a welcome addition to a lot of people's load order. Then we get another update to the Midwestern Power Armor. This is going to be something that's been a work in progress for quite a while. It was actually something that was released and then taken down, but now I think it's back up, but then now we're getting like a re-release or a redux version almost of it. It is by NewerMind43, who has made a ton of power armors, probably most well known for his Iron Man, or technically called the War Machine Power Armor that came out quite a few months ago now. Either way, I actually really like what we're seeing in these images. Obviously, you can see there's going to be some custom modifications to this. I believe his whole goal with this armor was actually to make it a bit more true to the lore of the Midwestern Power Armor. It's actually something we've seen in other Fallout games, and just looking at the in-game screenshots here versus some of those older screenshots from the other games, it does look way more similar than it did ever before. But regardless of that, I think this actually looks really high quality, and it's been quite a while since we've got a power armor mod for Fallout 4, so I'm excited to see this one get released. Then we get another progress report by Kovadanga. He's been working on quite a few different things, a lot of these being World War I, World War II era weapons that are coming to Fallout 4, and we actually got an image of the end of one of these, but in addition, actually a bunch of videos of almost all the things he's working on. All the animations look really good. I'm only going to show you snippets of most of these because I want you to check out the videos, give some ad revenue to Zest of Lemon. That's the person actually doing the animations on these. You guys may have known him from the Battlefield 1 animation pack, which isn't really a pack, but a group of individual animations that you can download, and I'm a huge fan of. I feel like the M1912 actually looks really good in particular. I just love the kind of clip-fed animation that it has going on here, and in general, I'm quite excited for this pack. We don't have too many weapon packs in Fallout 4, and I'm always a huge fan of World War II weapons in Fallout 4. We got a ton of new games coming out in that category, and I think it's going to be one that a lot of people look forward to. This one's actually pretty cool. I like the concept behind it. It's going to be called the VAULT-TEC Mining Power Armor, and the mod author here actually puts forward the question, what happens to all of those people actually digging out the vaults you see throughout the Fallout universe? That seems like a pretty dangerous job and a pretty labor-intensive job. Having some kind of exosuit or exoskeleton that makes it so you're physically stronger, can go on for longer, and are protected from debris or rocks makes, a lot of sense. And thus, the VAULT-TEC Mining Power Armor was born. This is intended to be worn by the individuals that, again, were actually digging out the vaults. He does mention that it's currently a work in progress, as you could tell, but it will have a quest once it is implemented in game. Again, I really like the theme or almost mini lore behind this. I think there's a number of cool ways you can actually implement it, maybe making it kind of associated with that VAULT-TEC DLC that we did get, where you can actually build a vault, and as you actually start that, maybe this will be implemented, you'll find it in that vault because, well, that one is largely undug, or there's a lot of kind of areas that you have to delete to actually get access to. But again, just to mirror my previous statements, it's been a while since we've seen any power armors for Fallout 4, and this is definitely looking like one of the coolest ones that is coming. This is going to be a pretty cool one. It's going to be FIRETEAM OSIRIS VALE. That's actually going to be one of these Spartans 4? Yeah, one of the special groups of Spartan 4s in the Halo universe, this being one of the specific characters in that group. At the end of the day in Fallout 4, it's going to be an armor. This is by the same mod author that was actually working on that ODST armor that I showed you quite a while ago, but in addition actually released the mod Sierra 117 quite a few months ago. We only have 2 images of this one, but it looks really freaking cool. Just the aesthetic the armor is giving forward. Maybe not the most lore friendly thing in Fallout 4, but it definitely is going to be fun to use in game. And with the ODST armor, they're also working on, he actually implemented a ton of kind of custom features to make the armor really stand out. I would love to see some of those features being carried over with this armor also, or just a few things to make it really feel special in game. So we got a long-awaited update to the laser rework, this aiming to actually kind of just overhaul or add in a ton of new content to the laser weapons in Fallout 4, specifically the laser rifle or just kind of laser base. It could be a pistol, rifle, sniper. The images we are seeing this time around is getting me very excited. Earlier on in this mod's development, we saw a few screenshots of things that look distinctively work in progress or kind of like Raiderish. I guess the best way to describe it is makeshift, something that was just thrown together but using the laser weapon base. Something we don't see a ton of. Obviously with kind of ballistic firearms that's a lot easier, but with laser things it's a little bit more complex. Either way, in this we see more of that same vibe as well as some of the different paint jobs, and I just think it looks amazing. This update again has me super excited. We see some of the current in-game versions as well as some of the work in progress concepts that may be coming with this, and I honestly really love this idea. I think it's going to take full advantage of the weapon customization system in Fallout 4, and that's awesome. The laser line's already quite customizable, but it seems like with this mod it's going to take it to a whole nother level, and I think that's going to be a welcome addition for almost all of us. This one looks pretty cool. It's going to be the Samus Aran PowerSuit by Athena X, and obviously being from the famous Metroid series of games and making its way into Fallout 4. Honestly, just the level of fidelity on this suit is I think one of the major things getting me so excited for it. It looks amazing, and it just kind of takes things to a whole nother level. I feel like a lot of the armor mods we saw in this episode are like on a whole new kind of echelon compared to some of the older ones. I honestly don't have a ton to say about it. I just thought it looked amazing, and I want to share these images with you. If you're a Metroid fan, you're probably going to enjoy this, but even just right off the bat, it looks so good. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, and actually instead of a psychology fun fact, and I know I've been doing that a lot lately or just ignoring them overall, but you know, when like trying to pump out videos at 2 videos a day, it's kind of hard to get like psychology fun facts. It actually takes a little bit of research to make sure I get everything right. Either way, I still have something kind of interesting to share. Quite a while ago, I actually bought the Starfield game account. There's a guy that actually made the account probably soon after the trademark for Starfield was filed, and then they tweeted out some things that were meant to look encrypted but actually weren't, and whatever. Long story short, in an attempt to actually prove it was fake, I offered to buy the account. He later revealed it was fake and actually sold the account to me for I think $100, and almost immediately after that I actually reached out to a number of contacts I had at Bethesda. Well, lo and behold, with E3 we actually got the revelation that Starfield is going to be the next game after Fallout 76 from Bethesda Game Studios. And although quite a few weeks had passed, many of those contacts got back to me then because they couldn't talk about it before the game got announced, probably because of like they had to sign an NDA or legal reasons, things like that. But as of this morning, the account is officially Bethesda's, so it was a happy ending for all. They actually mentioned that they're going to be sending me a care package of sorts, which is really awesome. I didn't expect anything in return. I was just happy to give over the account, but I'll make sure to keep you guys up to date with that. I'll probably post it on Twitter whenever I receive that, probably in the coming weeks. But either way, yeah, so little story. It was a cool experience. As always, again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my story, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.